So y'all got some questions and I got some answers. So if you want to be all over my business, go ahead and take a seat. Hey guys, it's your girl Leasie B, and in today's video, I am spilling all of the tea because why not? I mean, I thank you guys personally for even being here on my channel. I know that a lot of content creators share bits and pieces of their life. Sometimes you just want to know a little bit more. And what is going on? You just want to know a little bit more, and all the questions that you guys ask, I am totally comfortable with answering. So we're going to get right into it. Hi, Titus. Even though I live in a one bedroom that I've turned into two, it does not matter where I am. My boys are always going to be in my space, in my room. They love it. So it doesn't bother me. It is what it is. So the first question that I got asked is, what's the hardest part about being a boy mom? I only know being a boy mom. I couldn't compare it to anything else because I don't have a daughter. The only girls that I have are my dogs, and they're dogs and they're chill. But I guess I would say is when they're young, how they want you to get all on the floor and play cars with them. They want you to wrestle, things like that. And it's just like, can we just do like a coloring activity? Can we do some arts and crafts? Like, I know how to do that, but getting on the floor and vroom vroom and wanting to wrestle, no sir. We can go to the jungle, we can go to Chuck E. Cheese, you can bring out your energy there, maybe find a few friends from there and wrestle with them and play cards with them. But that was the hardest part. Now that they are older, it's all these dang practices. Every other day I'm at some sort of practice. All of these basketball games that they have, and I don't even know what's going on. I try to get the gist of the games, but still I don't know what is going on. And then now that my oldest son is hitting like those teenage years, the hardest part is like talking about, you know when you were that age. And I remember my mom having talks with me, but that's a girl to girl, but girl to guy, like little boy or teenage boy, like how do you have these conversations? So I kind of like struggle with that sometimes, and then I just have to blurt it out and say what I have to say and get his feedback with it. And then another hard part is that boys are not as open as girls. It takes my oldest son a little bit of time. Even though we talk and even though we have a good relationship, it still takes him a little bit more time to express his emotions. So I have to have patience with that and know that he will talk to me on his timing if something is bothering him. I guess boys just want to try to figure it out on their own first and then come to their mom and stuff like that. Like even today, he asked me if he can ask a girl to be his girlfriend. And I knew he wanted to ask me something, but he probably was playing it out in his head before he came to me. And I know the girl and stuff. And so, I set some rules and we had a talk, but it just takes boys longer to open up. And so that sometimes can be frustrating because it's like me. What's wrong? I don't want to do that. I don't want to badger them into talking to me, because even when you're in a relationship with your boyfriend or your husband, you know something is wrong, and if you keep bothering them, asking them to tell you what's wrong, then it can cause an argument. So that's the hardest part about being a boy mom. There's no dress ups and tea parties and Barbies and going to go get your nails done. They want you on the floor wrestling, WrestleMania, playing with cars and all of those types things. And watch this Roblox trick I can do, and it's just like, what? I don't even understand video games. So that's the hardest part. Another question is, what am I looking forward to this year? Oh my God, I know that 2025 is going to be my year. I'm looking forward to first growing my relationship with God, really continuing to trust and depend upon Him for everything, because I know that it is not me. Yes, I have this platform. Yes, I'm doing this. Yes, I'm doing that. But I know it's through Him that I am doing that. So I really hope to strengthen my relationship with God and really really do well with that, and don't falter, don't fall off, just continuously growing in Him. I'm also looking forward to starting a career. Not having a career job for the last 2 years has really been so bothersome. I oftentimes get in my head, I feel like a complete bum, and not knowing if where the money's gonna come from. Do you get what I'm saying? Because working for Amazon, working for Instacart, it's not enough. So I'm always stressed about my finances, and so to have finally a career that I love, that won't even seem like a job, I'm really excited for that. And I just cannot wait to finally have a job where I can do my 8 hours and that's enough, and I can go home and spend time with my family. I am looking forward to that. You guys just don't know. Prior to me getting laid off and getting hurt at my other job, I was literally putting in 12, 16-hour days with the both jobs combined, because it just wasn't enough. So to finally have a job where 8 hours is enough, I'm looking forward to that. I don't even know what that feels like. So I'm excited for that. I'm also excited to get back, hopefully this year, once I get this job, to get back out there and look for a home. This past weekend, I just toured a new build, just so that way I can get a sense of what is to come, you know, manifesting it. The price tag was 800 and some thousand, and right now I don't even got 8 cents. I couldn't buy my way out of a paper bag. Like, if I was to have like an emergency, I would be SOL, because I just don't have it. But I wanted to go and just breathe in the new home and just feel it and visualize me and my children. I was sitting up there picking out rooms like we have the place, you know. And so I look forward to that. I look forward to growing closer to my boys. Jacob's going to be 16 this year, and I'm just trying to soak up all of that time and continue to teach him what I know. I'm not a man, so it's a little bit different, but just to do my best and continue to cultivate the bond with my children. Advice. The next question is advice for single moms. Have a plan A through Z. They normally say have a plan A and B. As a single mom, you need to have a plan A through Z, just in case that those first couple of plans fall through. You can still continue to go. I remember I had a situation where I needed to drop off the boys to someone early in the morning, so that way I could go to work. This is back when I had my other jobs, and they didn't answer. They weren't answering the door once I got there, and I was going to be SOL because I needed to get to work. And trying to call people wee hours in the morning to ask if you can drop your kids there so you can go to work, and tell them, well, this person needs to go here, this person needs to go there. That's a lot. So have a plan A through Z, and that's just in life in general, because you never know what life is going to throw you. So to only have one plan is not good. Even with me, with my surgical tech, the path that I'm going on, I have multiple plans. If something falls through, then okay, then I can now navigate this way. And it really does help me. Luckily, with this journey that I've been on, I haven't had to navigate too far from the plan and implement those B through Z plans. So have more than one plan. You can never go wrong. That just means you're overly prepared, and it's better to be overly prepared than not prepared at all. Next question, fondest memories 5 years from right now. Oh my goodness, all up in my business. The fondest memories will just be me spending time with the boys in our little makeshift living room and just watching movies and sticking together, and how my boys, even when I've cried, how they were just there for me and telling me that it's okay, and they didn't mind that, you know, we couldn't do Christmas or whatever. Just the support and the love that I received from my boys during this time, and encouraging me. Like, little kids can really be encouragers as well. And so just to realize that my boys didn't make it hard for me or make me feel even worse than I already was making myself feel for going through this, and the support, that's a memory that I'll never take for granted. And I hope that if any parent is going through any type of situation, that their children were just like mine, understanding and also telling me, Mom, you got this, you're okay, we're okay, don't give up. Like, my kids motivate me as much as I motivate them, and it's just natural. They are just so kind and caring and loving kids, and they don't, you know, just make me feel worse. So just spending those times with them and movie nights and things like that, playing our little games that we have, checkers and sorry and things like that, just being together despite the situation that we're in, and just the laughter that we have in this small little space is definitely unmatched. And I appreciate it, because when we had our own place, they each had their own rooms, and they would just be in their rooms, and I would be in the living room, or I would be in my room. And so, yeah, we were a family, but during this time, I feel we've gotten a lot closer. So that would be the fondest memories. And I hope that once we do move, or when we do move, let's speak it into existence, when we do move, that we will still continue this tightness, this closeness, and not just be shut off in, you know, our respectable rooms, but still value family time. Next question. Would I ever consider moving to a more affordable city? Like out of state? Out of state, I tried that. I was going to do that one time a couple of years ago. I had everything in order, everything straight, but let's just say I had a hater, and that couldn't happen. Me moving my boys and all of that, I'll let you fill in the gaps with that. So out of state, no, that cannot happen. Not right now. And I honestly feel like once I get established and buy a home, I won't feel the need to move. And the only reason why I was going to move is because my job was paying me a hefty sum to relocate, and that money I was going to use to put on a house. But my California pay was going to go with me. And so that was a win-win. I wouldn't imagine leaving California that pays pretty high in each and every job category there is, and move to a state that makes less. Because to me, it's the same thing. You're making less. Yes, it's more affordable, but the math don't be mathing to me. And so out of state, no. Where I currently live, it's pretty much cheap. It's the cheapest in the Bay Area. And me moving would be to like the boonies, where it's not a good place for my children to be, where they can be involved in extracurriculars and things like that. And even for me, going into the surgical tech field, it really wouldn't be anything out there. Most of the times, if it's affordable in California, you're in the boondocks, or it's in areas that are not too desirable. From in my personal opinion. So nope, I'll stay where I am and find a house here. If you can make it in California, you can make it anywhere, and I am going to make it. You mark my word, I'm going to make it. Who's my support system? And do I ask for help? So this is a two-part question. My support system is really my mom and my aunt. My mom lives an hour away from me, so when she's able to help, she helps, not a problem. And my aunt lives closest to me, and she's always here to help me, and I greatly appreciate them. Co-parenting, mama's babies, daddy's babies. I'm gonna just leave that at that. I do majority of everything. And do I ask for help? I've really had to work on this past year, and I feel like this was like a test for me because I'm not one to ask for help. I truly don't know how to ask for help. I struggle with that, and my mom oftentimes tells me, Elise, it's okay to ask for help, you know. And now she just gets to the point where if she's gonna do something for me, she won't even ask me, she just does it because it's really hard for me. I'm so used to being independent, not because I was forced to, but that's how I've always been. Even before I've had kids, I've always wanted to handle things on my own, do things on my own, figure it out on my own. And when I had children, it just got put into overdrive. I like being able to be the help for other people. I love helping people. And so when the roles get switched and it's like, now I'm the one in need, it's like, hold on, it's not supposed to be this way. I'm supposed to be able to help people when they need it, and now I need help. So it's something that I struggle with, and I'm working on getting better because everybody needs help. I know this. Everybody needs help in some point in time, and it's not even just like financial help, like, can you help me bring these groceries up to, you know, my house? Everyone needs help, but I swear to you, I will try to figure it out and do it all on my own. My mom calls me Shira. I don't even know what that's from, but I just take it as someone who just got everything together, can do everything on her own, doesn't need no help. But that's not realistic, and that's not life. So it's just an internal battle that I'm working with, and through therapy I can figure out why I don't want to ask for help, and to be accepting of help, because we all need it. And so that's just the problem with my mind. I don't understand. Have I tried DoorDash or Shipt? Girl, DoorDash, so someone stole my identity, honestly. And so there was an account as a Dasher in my name, and someone was driving Uber. Was it Uber? Yeah, they were driving Uber in my name. And first of all, Uber, I'm not a good driver, okay? Listen, that's why I have to have a big car, SUVs, because I be hitting stuff. I'm just being honest. Listen, I don't know how I have a license because I will barrel over something in a minute. And so I would never even sign up to drive other people because I know how I be driving. And it's not like I don't drive fast. I just be hitting stuff. I don't be seeing stuff sometimes. Cars, poles, you name it. I didn't hit it. So someone stole my identity, and actually I have like this whole thing going on where I have to send documents and things like that. So when they stole my identity and signed up for DoorDash, I actually can't sign up, and my account got locked, deactivated when I was trying. So it's a whole mess. So no, I don't drive for DoorDash. Shipt, I'm on the waiting list. In my area, I guess it's a poppin' thing to do, and you gotta wait. So I can't do that. But I heard that Shipt actually makes really good money, better than Instacart. Hopefully soon enough I won't have to do any of these app jobs, and it'll just be a long lost memory, a figment of my imagination. Next question is, what keeps me going day to day? Honestly, because I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this situation, and in and of itself, that's enough for me. I know where I came from. I know what it feels like to have your own space and have your own place, and I just want more for myself and my children, and that alone keeps me going. Yeah, I'm here sitting at my vanity and I have my bed, but I want more space. I want my children to be able to invite their little friends over, and I want to host my family at my house, have little get-togethers, and make sure, but they gotta leave at 9 o'clock because I be going to bed. But I want to do that. I want to be able to kick somebody out of my house, like, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the party, but you gotta go. I'm going to bed type stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I want to host, and I want my children to live that life and have that experience that I had, growing up. I want that for my children. And so Jacob is getting older. He's about to be 16. I only have a few years left, and the last few years that we've been here in this apartment, he hasn't had that experience, growing up, being in junior high school. You want your friends to come over, and so I want him to experience that, and I want to give that to them. So that's what really keeps me going from day to day, and not being able to pay a bill in full when it comes is really bothersome. Robbing Peter to pay Paul is bothersome, and it's a lot of stress trying to juggle all your past due bills and essentially pick one out of the hat to see which one you're going to pay is really frustrating. I suffer from anxiety and depression, and going through that can really just send me in a spiral, and I don't want to go back to that. I call it back to black, like my Amy Winehouse Back to Black, not like no drugs or anything like that, but just that really depressive state. I don't want to go through that again. It's really easy to get in, fall into a depression, and it's so hard to get out, and sometimes you don't even know you're in a depression, before you're far too gone. So that's what keeps me going, to stay away from those types of feelings and emotion, because I still have to be strong for my children. And even if you may not verbally say how you're feeling, children aren't stupid. They know when something's not right, and I don't want to put that off on them. So I'm just working, going, so that way we can get out of this situation and they can see that mommy did it. I want them to see, no matter what you may go through in life, no matter if you made a wrong turn in life, you can turn back around and get on the right path. I didn't make any wrong turns. Life happened to me. I lost my job due to layoffs. There's nothing that I could have done. And sometimes those things just happen. And so I want them to see that when life happens, all you have to do is just keep pressing forward, get a plan, write it down, and take it day by day. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of the questions. We got an extra an extra body in here, so those are mostly the questions that you guys asked me. This was fun. I really like talking, and I'm a talker, and so I really like doing these types of vlogs and things like that. So if we're gonna do another one, let me just say that I'll keep checking this post, or maybe in the future I'll make another post as life goes on and new experiences and changes comes up. We can talk about it, and I can let you know where I am in life. So thank you so much for joining me. If you made it to this part, make sure you give your girl a little likey. It's free. Make sure you subscribe. Do you want to say anything?
And follow to my
and I will see you guys on the next one. As always, I love you guys.